Welcome back to this Final Four matchup between the Auburn Knights and the Boylan Titans. Auburn is on top 130-30. We had 16 questions in that last round. Fun fact, every single question answered correctly. We're not sure if that's happened before. That's quite a lot of questions also to get in that first round. But you should both be proud of yourselves because you answered every question correctly. Very good. We're about to hit Rock Valley College volleyball round, but first we need to send out a special thank you to our judge today, Nathan Bryant, who is the president and CEO of the Rockford Area Economic Development Council. Nathan, thank you so much for being here and making sure that I don't screw things up, because some days that's tougher than others. All right, let's get to our first question here in the volleyball round, brought to you by Rock Valley College. It's a conferring round, no buzzing. I only need to hear from the captains. We're going to go back and forth. Auburn will get the first question because Boylan won the coin toss. They will go first in our lightning round. So this first volleyball question goes to you, Ethan. Are you ready? You and your team. What author who wrote about the evil Mr. Dark in Something Wicked This Way Comes created the fireman Guy Montag who burns books in Fahrenheit 451?
Bradbury.
Bradbury is correct. That's right. And you've got 10 points. Boylan, here's one for you. What philosopher posited that an evil demon could be making him believe false things in his meditations, in which he wrote, "I think, therefore I am"?
Descartes.
Descartes, correct. 10 points. You answered correctly, therefore you get 10 points. New question now for Auburn. What poet described a ship whose deck was once red with hero's blood in his poem Old Ironsides?
Old Ironsides, is that Holmes?
We'll take that. And that's 10 points. He was referring to the USS Constitution. 10 more points, and now we move on to Boylan with a new question. What king, whose regent was his mother, Anne of Austria, was served by Cardinal Mazarin and was a Bourbon monarch of France known as the Sun King?
Louis the 14th.
14th is correct. He inherited that crown when he was 4 years old. And Boylan, you have 10 more points. Auburn, in which U.S. city would you find the Pike Place Market and Safeco Field?
Seattle.
Seattle, correct. Yep. Pike Place Market, the original Starbucks, built there in 1971. Makes you want some coffee. 10 points now. And moving on to another question for Boylan. What deity who injured Tatius's men by causing a volcano to erupt during the rape of the Sabine women was a Roman god of doorways who had two faces?
Janus.
Janus is correct. That's 10 points for Boylan. Auburn, what organ contains white and red pulp and destroys old red blood cells?
Spleen.
Spleen. You seem to know that one pretty quickly. It's 10 points for you. Point for point now. We've got a new question for Boylan. What mixtures in which the Tyndall effect takes place include foams and aerosols and are mixtures in which one substance is suspended in another?
Colloid.
Colloids is correct. I heard some of those whispers there. I was hoping you would take that advice, and you did. Nice job. New question now for you, Auburn. What Roman emperor who conquered Parthia in his final campaign erected a namesake column to commemorate his victories in Dacia?
Trajan.
That is correct. You can still see that Trajan column, too, at his forum in Rome, and that's 10 points for Auburn. New question now for you, Boylan. What man, whose followers included the would-be assassin Squeaky Fromm, predicted a race war he called Helter Skelter and headed a criminal family?
Manson.
Charles Manson, correct. 10 points. New question, Boylan, or Auburn. First Lady Melania Trump was reportedly stuck inside a hotel due to protests during what summit of world leaders, which was held in 2017 in Hamburg?
Is it G20 or G20?
G20 is correct, and you've got 10 more points. And if my math is correct, we are still question for question, not a missed question yet this game. The points are stacking up. It's 190 for Auburn, 80 for Boylan. We will be back with another round. It's about halfway point here in the game. But first, a chance for you to play at home with the Bergstrom bonus question. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
The palace of Chinese emperors in Beijing was known by what name?